So I broke up with her. We've been together for 5 years. I broke up with her and couldn't give her a reason. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, it's just not working. Like, I don't love you anymore. Like, all this sort of stuff. Couldn't give her a reason for breaking up with her. And like, broke her heart. And I was like, yep, that's got to be it. And like, she ended up moving overseas, and sort of I moved out, and then all of a sudden, like, I still feel the same thing. I'm like, fuck, that's not it. Right. And I was just trying to like find all these external things for how I'm feeling, trying to fix all these external things, look outwards. And I was still feeling the same inside. And I was like too afraid to look inside, because I was like, oh, there's some shit in there that I suppressed that I don't want to go through. And it can't be it. That can't be it. There's all these external things like rugby. I got injured and sort of missed out on a contract because I was injured. And I was injured because I wasn't doing my recovery. I wasn't being a professional athlete. I was drinking. I was, not looking after myself. And then I started, like, instead of blaming myself for that injury, which was the correct thing to do, I started blaming, like, that coach doesn't like me. That coach hates me. That's why I didn't get the contract. Again, like, blaming external things. And then I was like, well, I remember like going out, and I was going out a lot. And I remember thinking, well, I've just missed out on a contract. I'm injured. Like, I think, the best years are behind me. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? And then I was thinking, like, oh man, like, I've just broken up with my girlfriend, like, for no reason either. Like, I've just broken her heart for no reason. Couldn't even tell her, couldn't explain to her. So immature, no like emotional connection and maturity at all. And then I remember like going out, and I would always like have a large amount of drugs on me. And, I remember coming home and just thinking to myself, like, what's the point? Like, what's my future? I don't have a future. If I told myself if I couldn't play rugby anymore, I was just pretty much going to end my life. And I was in that dark space, and it's really frightening how like one little thought driving home from footy training, like, life probably would be a little bit easier if I killed myself. All that worry would be gone. And then it was like a 3-second thought, and then all of a sudden, like, you keep driving, you're like, oh yeah, well, what did I think that for? And just sort of brush it off. And then all of a sudden, like, the next day you have the same thought, and then next month you're having the same thought, and then you start thinking, how would I do it? How would I do it? And I was thinking to myself, how would I do it that my mum and dad could still say goodbye to me? They could find my body, they could, say goodbye to me. That's what was my thought. And I was driving home from trainings for weeks, for months, going in my list in my head, I shouldn't do it like that way. I shouldn't do it like that way. And doing like a checklist of the ways that I should do it. And I remember like going out one night and just being like completely, just a complete rock bottom. Like, I just didn't want to be around anymore. I didn't see a future. Felt completely alone, even though I wasn't. I had so much friends and family around. I just isolated myself big time. I pushed everyone away. Everyone that ever loved me or cared about me, girlfriends, friends, pretty much pushed them all away. I really isolated myself. And I remember like coming home from one night and having like a handful of pills and just thinking, like, I didn't have a note or anything like that. I didn't write anything down. But I remember just thinking, like, if it kills me, I can at least be at peace. And if it doesn't, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Right. And I remember just like swallowing it, and then like waking up the next day, and I was like pretty much like pissed myself and like had vomit all everywhere. And I was just like, had the biggest headache in the world. And I was just so like dazed. And I was like, what day is it? Like, I didn't know what was going on. And I sort of started coming to, and I was just like full denied it. Like, just went into denial. I was just like, that didn't happen. That wasn't me. Like, that didn't happen at all. And I was so good at pretending, and I was so good at lying to myself and lying to other people that I truly believed it was like I was in denial. Like, I just truly believed that I didn't just do that.